All right, it's time for our weekly portfolio check-in update on the Raoul Pal Don't Fuck This Up thesis and to see how our altcoins are performing. And we will see where we're headed to from here, so stay tuned.
Bitcoin is booming. Are you cashing in or missing out? At Drip2 BTC, we're rewriting the rules of Bitcoin investing. Earn up to 30% ROI on your deposits, unlock incredible Bitcoin discounts, and transform credit into up to 3,000% APR growth. No hassle, just real results. Don't wait, your future is one deposit away. Drip2BTC.com. Invest smart today.
Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify, and operate with integrity and transparency. We are sitting at, how many weeks have we done this? I think this is like week 25, if I'm not mistaken. So that means, remember, this strategy was all about dollar cost averaging into the top assets on a weekly basis. So this is $100 each week. 50% of that, so 50 bucks into Bitcoin, 30 into Solana, 10 into Sui, 5 into Doge, and 5 into Smoking Chicken Fish. And yeah, it's been 25 total transactions. So this was a way for me to just showcase how a strategy like this will perform over this cycle. And it started right after the initial pump we had for the election. So this is for anyone that would have been late, so to speak. And obviously, if you had been paying attention, all the way up until yesterday or today, depending on when you're watching this video, you would have been underwater from all of the top buying that you bought. But Bitcoin has now surpassed all-time highs. I think it's currently at all-time high of hit an all-time high of like 111. I saw 111 500 a couple times on TradingView. I was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, 111 861 is what it's recording here on CoinMarketCap. The point is that if you had been performing this strategy of dollar cost averaging, you would be up. So let's look at what this portfolio actually looks like. Because remember, this is a portfolio with, you can see the weighting here. So it's supposed to be 50, 25, 50, 30, 10, 5, and 5. But due to the dollar cost averaging price each month or each week and the price of the asset, it's shifted a bit. But we are up 14, we'll call it 15%, 14.9% in total on the portfolio. And if we would have went with Bitcoin only, we would be up about 21%. So remember, this is meant to capitalize on the altcoin market and kind of the whole cycle narrative. So if you're not willing to do the research on some top performing alts, or you just don't want to pull the trigger and go with what someone like Raoul Pal said or what you see me doing, then you just stick with Bitcoin and you'll be fine, because you can round trip your bags with Bitcoin. And obviously that is the goal for Bitcoiners, Bitcoin maxis, is you never sell your Bitcoin. So that means you would just continue to buy and dollar cost average at $100 a week or whatever your budget is. But the goal for this was to see how the portfolio will perform once we hit into alt season. So we did get a slight pump in the alts, and that's what the next portfolio I'll look at and show you. But that's also where some of these profits will come in. So right now, this one is still underwater compared to Bitcoin because we have not, quote unquote, gotten into alt season yet. And that'll be in a video I do later this week with Raoul Pal talking about this. So right now we see the altcoin season index, or altcoin season index on CoinMarketCap sitting at 25. So we are nowhere near that, but we should hit that after, I don't know, later on this year is when Bitcoin dominance should fall. But let's take a look at the other portfolio. So this was just alts that I bought on 2 different transactions, 1,500 each time into what I determined to be some decent plays going into this cycle, just because they'd survived last cycle. And when I was buying them, they were somewhere near their lows and they kind of flattened out. So I thought it was a good time to buy. I have not added anything additional, nor will I be adding anything additional to these. These were just a one-time, well, 2-time transaction. And now it's just kind of sitting on the sideline and waiting. Some people that are more convicted, you can continue buying the dip, but I don't follow these projects enough to buy the dip and kind of mess up that 80-20 portfolio balance strategy that I've been going with. So right now, this portfolio is down in total. It should be, Well, it's saying only 14%, but it should be more than that. There should be a total of $3,000 that went into here, and that should be somewhere closer in the neighborhood of a 40% loss on this portfolio. Unrealized loss, of course. But everyone is excited because we have hit new all-time highs, and definitely, like I said in another video I'm going to break down, we're going to talk about Raoul Pal's thesis and where we should go from here. So I've been echoing his narrative because to me, he's the only person I've seen put out this amount of research and charts and data, and it was spot on. I showed you guys in a previous video earlier this week about this dip that we had right here, and we've already passed that or eaten that back up. So that happened literally like right on time, right on cue. And it depends on which chart you're using, 81-day lag or 12-week. I think Raoul uses a 12-week. Yeah, 12-week lead, which is 84 days, but somewhere in there. So you'll be within the week in regards to how this performs. And I think I'm going to show also in the video later this week, he's mentioned that it's like 95% correlated this cycle. So it's even higher than the average from previous cycles. So the point is that if you just follow M2 and adopt Bitcoin specifically, you pretty much can't fuck this up. So like one, you're just buying Bitcoin and dollar cost averaging, but two, you could have some capital on the side to buy the dips. So we are right now heading this lag, so we should trade sideways a little bit, maybe first week of June. And then by July, we should be in the 140 range or so. And maybe we're trading sideways right now in this 110-ish range. But I got up here 120, 140. And this is July 26th is when they're showing kind of a new peak for now. Because remember, it's leading M2. So Raoul mentioned that we should be around 140 by July. And that is lining up with this chart here. Very, very similar to the one he made. I just like this one. I tried doing this on my own on TradingView, but I do not have the Pine script skills to do that, but I'll figure it out eventually. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys where the portfolio is at. And definitely if you're using this strategy, I think you will come out ahead at the end of the year or cycle, especially if you're staying humble and stacking sats. All right, that's all I got. Smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible.